One more river to cross. One more river to cross. Niger Delta freedom fighters. One more river to cross.
Asawana!
Wana!
Asawana!
My name is Comrade Afiagba Sonia. I am the IYC Baramatu press conference address by IYC women leaders across all zones. Distinguished members of the press, respected stakeholders and fellow Nigerians, we stand before you today as mothers, as leaders, and as custodians of Ijaw heritage, driven by a deep sense of responsibility, urgency, and unwavering commitment to the unity, progress, and the future of Ijaw nation.
Asawana!
Wana!
This is not a message of division. This is not an attack on our own. This is a call to conscience, a call to wisdom, a call to unity. No people rise by fighting themselves. No nation develops by tearing itself apart. As Ijaw women, mothers, home builders, peacekeepers, and custodians of our heritage, we understand the cost of conflict and the value of unity. We have seen what division does to families, communities, and entire regions. We cannot and will not watch our people descend into avoidable internal struggles. Today, we are confronted with a troubling reality. Ijaw people are gradually turning against one another over issues that demand strategic thinking, not emotional division. This must stop. There was a time not long ago when crude oil theft and pipeline vandalism crippled Nigeria's economy and devastated the Niger Delta. National oil production dropped to over 700,000 barrels per day, while losses from illegal bunkering ranged from 200,000 to 400,000 barrels daily. Nigeria at a point lost its position as Africa's leading oil producer. In the creeks of Niger Delta, bunkering became deeply entrenched. Pipeline breaches were frequent. Crude oil evacuation through illegal vessels became a normal routine. There was a sharp decline in foreign exchange earnings. Our rivers were polluted, our environment destroyed, and communities left in despair. Contaminated rivers no longer had aquatic lives in them, thereby affecting our source of food and livelihoods. Polluted lands were no longer useful for farming and residential purposes, till a shift occurred with the engagement of Tantita security services under the leadership of Chief Government Kpakamtv.
Asawana!
Wana!
A new approach was introduced, one rooted in local participation, community involvement, and strategic enforcement. The results have been overwhelming and verifiable. Oil production rebounded to approximately 1.5 to 1.7 barrels per day. Crude oil theft reduced drastically. Illegal refining activities curtailed. Pipeline integrity improved, and our communities became active stakeholders in securing national assets. These are not political statements. They are outcomes reflected in national data and industry reports. Reported crude oil theft reduced drastically. Aquatic lives are returning back to our rivers. Thousands of Niger Deltas are given employment. Criminal network lost operational value and confidence. Communities began aligning with lawful economic structures. So we have one question. Why fix what is not broken? Why decentralize a working system? The decentralization of the existing pipeline surveillance contract can disrupt the current peace, organization, and efficiency achieved in securing the critical oil and infrastructure across the region. It is therefore deeply concerning that at a time of progress, some voices are calling for the decentralization of the pipeline surveillance. We must ask, to what benefit? The surveillance contract is only a small part of a much larger economic system. Fighting over it as though it is the ultimate prize reflects a national and limiting vision. We must see through the bigger picture. Instead of internal conflict, we should be demanding greater inclusion in the entire oil and gas value chain. Ownership of oil blocks, participation in refining, involvement in logistics, control of economic structures that define our future, relocation of IOCs to the Niger Delta. A people who fight over fragrance will never control the whole. High Chief Government Owezide Ekpempolo, also known as Tompolo, has demonstrated capacity, leadership and results. Through Tantita, he has shown that local solutions can secure national interest. Such progress should be strengthened and expanded, not weakened by internal disagreements. Equally, the Presidential Amnesty Program, under the leadership of Dr. Dennis Burutu Otuaro, is witnessing a new phase of transformation. There is a renewed focus on education, skill acquisition, empowerment, and long-term development. These reports and efforts are gradually restoring confidence and repositioning the program for sustainable impact. The program is clearly at the grassroots level. The interaction level between the program and the Niger Deltans is impeccable. Thousands of people are being employed. The positive change is obvious. So why deny what is right in front of us? Why fight development that past leaders have sacrificed for? Thousands of Niger Deltans are in school. The current and future Niger Delta leaders are being trained both home and abroad. Chief Dr. Dennis Otuaro is a true leader and a true son of Niger Delta, whose only interest is the development of the region.
Asawana!
As women leaders, we recognize progress when we see it, and we will always support initiatives that bring stability and development to our people. This is why we must speak now. We call on all Ijaw sons, daughters, leaders, youth, and stakeholders across all zones. Reject division. Embrace unity. Think strategically. Support progress. Let's not allow envy, misinformation, or short-term interest derail the remarkable gains we are beginning to see. The future of Ijaw nation depends not on how loudly we argue amongst ourselves, but on how strong we stand together. As women, we nurture. As leaders, we guide. As Ijaw, we must unite. A divided Ijaw nation weakens itself. A united Ijaw nation secures its future.
Asawana!
So the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we thank you for entrusting this national assignment to High Government Owezide Ekpempolo, also known as Tompolo, Chairman of Tantita Security Service, and Chief Dr. Dennis Otuaro, Presidential Amnesty Program Administrator. Also, Mr. President, with all humility, we humbly appeal that we have other leaders and stakeholders in the Niger Delta regions. Please do well to also consider them in other contracts for the betterment of Niger Delta region. The Presidential Amnesty Program and the pipeline surveillance are in safe hands at the moment, and we intend to keep it that way. Let's choose unity. Let's choose progress. Let's choose a future we can all be proud of. Thank you all.
John Jacob, the serving woman leader, IYC Central Zone. Tantita Services Nigeria Limited. So far, over the years of their emergence, we've seen peace in our region. Even our youths are off the streets. That has to do with empowerment. Our mothers can freely go to their farmlands, those in the creeks, to ensure that they get what they put on the table. Those are the things Tantita Services have brought to reality. And for us as women, as home builders, people who love peace, what they have brought to our region is peace and stability in terms of even empowerment, taking off our children from the streets. So for us, we say the Tantita Services should continue because all we've noticed and all we have seen is peace, stability, empowerment, and taking us off the street from where we were. Thank you.